What's up, guys? Alright, so I apologize for the radio silence as of late. A lot of things have been happening, chief of which I threw my back out, okay? Yes, I'm an old man, I get that. But I threw my back out 3 weeks ago, actually, getting ready to go away for a trip out in the country with my wife and her family. And literally, as I was packing the car to go that morning, my back just seized up. All the muscles just went into massive spasm and locked in around a central nerve. It was the worst. So anyways, basically, I've had a bad back for 3 weeks now. I was rushed to the emergency ward and all that. The paramedics couldn't have been worse. Literally just drew the short straw on every single bit of help I could have received that day. I was stuck on the cold concrete for 2 hours, which led me to getting very sick during that, and it gave me a horrible cough. So if you hear me coughing during this video, I apologize. It's the biggest middle finger to give someone with back problems, to give them a cough on top of that, because that muscle's already going into spasm around that nerve, and then when you cough, it obviously just grips it, man, and it just suffocates the life right out of that nerve. So it's been a lot of pain, and then I've been full-blown sick, not talking man flu sick, I mean sick, full-blown proper influenza, vomiting, fever, the whole 9 yards, and then the coughing. It's just been terrible. I'm still in a lot of pain now, but anyways, I'm not here to talk about that. That's just a little bit of context, laying the groundwork for why I haven't really been around the last couple of weeks on social media. But the reason for this video is BAM! So, I've done a couple of small little posts about this here and there, but Millennium Exile Volume 2, it's official, guys. It's done. This morning I had confirmation from Amazon KDP that it officially passed all their QA, so their quality assurances, checks and balances, and I'm super happy with it. Super happy with it, guys. For those of you who don't know or may not be, authors, it can be super fiddly getting all these margins just right, and making sure that everything's aligned just fine. They give you templates and everything like that, but it can still be really, really fiddly, because once you think you've got it right, and then you upload it, and the KDP system has an automated system which immediately flags every page where something's wrong, even if it's just touching a border that they don't want you to cross. And we're not talking borders in terms of the edge of the page. We're talking the actual margin. If it's even just too close to that, it'll still pick up and flag. So it can be super fiddly. Both myself and Kelsey have been really struggling with this. Sheer chunky book though this time, guys. It's looking really, really good. Feels really good to hold in my hand. But then even after you go through the automated process, oh my god. Hurts every time you cough, by the way. Oh god, kill me. So basically it was so even after you pass the automated checks and balances, and you order your author's copy, even if you look at it and you get your copy, and even if you eyeball it and you go, this looks perfect, for instance, I've got some images at the back here, right? And there's some names at the bottom of the page, right? Not trying to spoil too much, but yeah, anyway, so there's some names at the bottom of the page, and there's some images of some people that feature throughout the book. Even after you get the author's copy, if all this looks great to you and you're oh, I'm really happy with that, once you hit publish and go to make it sort of KDP official, then it goes through a manual process check, and if they see text that's outside of where they think it should be, even if it's not cut off on the actual page, they will not allow it. So you undergo several checks during this process for the cover, for the interior. It's a whole thing. And it can be really fiddly, especially for, at least for myself. I don't think I'm going to be able to cut this out because I just don't have the energy to go through video editing. So sorry guys, you're getting this raw coughs and all. But just know that every time I cough, it's like giving birth. Oh, Jesus. Anyways, so, jokes about the giving birth thing, alright? Just please, ladies, don't come at me. I don't have the energy for it, okay? You win, okay? It's not that bad. But anyways, um, yeah, I ordered 50 copies of this today. I'm really happy with how it turned out. My 50 copies that I've ordered is going to be because I am debuting it at an upcoming convention. I won't say too much about that in this video. I'll wait until I'm not dying before I make that announcement. But I will be debuting it physically at a convention coming up on July 6th. But also July 6th is when this bad boy goes live. So for everybody that has been following and supporting, please check out the Millennium Exile Discord. We're trying to build a community there. It's just been, I've just been so busy, like writing 2 of these this year and getting ready to release 2 books this year. Herculean task. If you've been following the dramas that I had with my editor, yup, that happened. That was a thing. Then been ill and just like, I have a full-time job on top of that, and then I teach anime at schools as a guest speaker. I have to be a good husband and a good friend, like to people out in the real world. It's a lot sometimes. So apologies for not being the most active person on social media. I know I'm not a good businessman, but at the end of the day, I'm passionate, if nothing else, you know? So anyways, good news. Please have a beer for me today. Celebrate with me the fact that at least this round of nightmares are over. Love your faces.